the did I marry?
Reesa Teesa from Georgia has gone viral after she outed her ex-husband as a pathological liar and master manipulator in a 50-part TikTok series. The nearly 8-hour-long saga broke down every step of Reesa's explosive relationship with ex-husband's Legion, detailing the lies he told to con her into a relationship. Reesa says he gave false promises of hidden wealth, offering to buy her lavish gifts, including paying for her rent and bills, but would fake phone calls with financial advisors and find excuses not to pay. He even said he was working as the vice president of a condiment company. She discovered he was in fact unemployed and cheating with his ex-wife. Her suspicions came to a head when she was asked to provide her spouse's social security number for a new job, only to discover he had lied about where he lived, where he went to school, and said she was forced to run a background check on him. Her ex-husband has now hit back at her claims, telling her to stop lying.
The real reason I left you, you cheated. I caught you in the house with Bradley.
Regardless of whose side you're on, the dramatic saga has left online users second-guessing their own partner's credibility.
Bam! I need social security numbers, offshore accounts. Do you have offshore accounts?
What's going on? So, what's going on, YouTube? Listen, we want to react to this. So we just posted this thing. It's right here. It says, have you ever dated a pathological liar? Now, I guess a pathological liar is just somebody who just can't stop lying. This is more about her. This clip right here.
Please,
this is about her.
Hair,
what's her name?
Here is part one of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I met my ex-husband around March 4th of 2020. We met on Facebook dating site, and we also...
Reesa Tessa. Yo, Reesa Tessa. First of all, before we even go on Reesa Tessa, you know Reesa Tessa gonna make that TikTok money.
Well, we hope she makes that TikTok money.
She has to be part of
the partner program.
Yeah, she's Reesa Tessa.
I think I heard she was kind of like a vlogger. So
Reesa Tessa, if you're part of that partner program on TikTok,
cheers
to you. we know you made about 80 bands off of that. So,
at least 80
bands.
It's over. It's mega viral. It's like over 100 million at this point.
But she deserves at least 100,000 from TikTok.
Over 100 million views. Of course you deserve. Like, you entertain people.
Yeah, and you driving people to TikTok.
Like, come on, people are entertained. First of all, somebody compared it. Like, some people might have the Odyssey. They compared it to like great theater, great literature, because she was
that good.
That they were like, somebody tweeted, "Yo, I dropped out of school just so I could sit here and watch this." It's like 8 hours.
And another thing that I saw, let me tell you what I did see. I saw that Newsweekly, People Magazine, every mainstream publication picked it up. Networks have picked it up. Yep. And then another thing that I like that we posted, have you dated a pathological liar on our Instagram page. And what I ended up seeing were people saying they literally listened to the whole 8 hours.
That's crazy.
On their commute to work, coming back from work, going in, going out, and they listen 8 hours.
For you to be able to hold somebody's attention for 8 hours, and she's smart because she chopped it up. So she kept your attention.
I think she needs to put it on YouTube too. Because I went to her YouTube channel. She's not active on YouTube.
She might not be monetized on YouTube.
Oh yeah, she's not, because I think for YouTube you need 1,000 subscribers.
At least 1,000 subscribers.
You need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized. I think she has like.
But you know what? She still should put it on YouTube, because you'll get the following and you'll make the 1,000 subscribers. Because if you can tell,
I went on her. Yeah.
You could tell such a good story. That means you're a storyteller, and if you're a storyteller, people are gonna listen to you. This can't be your only story. You gotta have more stories. Because you was married for a little bit. Because allegedly, the things that she said, she ignored the outrageous things that this guy did. She's got more stories to tell.
So I'm gonna be very honest and transparent to the audience. I did not listen to it. I saw it. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
I saw everybody talking about it. What I did, I read it. I read a little bit of the synopsis. And then I saw what it was saying. Basically, he was lying. So tell us a little bit about what happened. Marie, bring the story from the top.
Well, I'm going to like paraphrase it so we could kind of really get into the meat and potatoes of what we're talking about, because we're just talking about either scammers or pathological liars. Like, I don't know if they're one and the same, right?
No, they're not the same.
Pathological liars and scammers are not the same. No, you don't think?
Because a scammer is trying to deceive you.
In a pathological,
a liar just has a disease. It's just it's a disease. Like, Maybe they lying because of fear of repercussion. They lying out of shame. Lying is a disease.
Or it's a personality disorder or a problem. Okay.
A scammer is scamming you out of something. Somebody might scam you out of your soda.
Yeah.
The liar is going to say, I had the same soda this morning. Why? Why?
But can I tell you, I feel like scammers, like pathological liars, like they're on that spectrum, because a scammer to me is also giving sociopathic tendencies. You have to be.
For gain.
For gain.
Yeah.
Most people do things for gain.
What do you gain from lying all the time?
Alan, what do you probably get a high off of it. You're thinking you're getting over someone. It's a dominance. It's a power thing. It's like, I'm so intelligent that this person doesn't even know that I'm manipulating them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You getting something.
It's a sickness, definitely. So let's go to you. Take it from the top
I'm
and
just
share
gonna
the
think.
story.
So essentially, they matched on 2 different dating platforms. I know one of them was Facebook. The other one, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to get it wrong. And she says that was kind of the first thing she should have known. That was the first red flag, that they matched and his profiles were different. Coincidentally, though, it's good that they matched. It means they had a lot of things in common. If you match on 2 different profiles, you might have a lot in common. So fast forward, they get married. She starts to notice these flags. She's probably not meeting his family. She's not meeting his family. He's saying he has an ex-wife. He has a good relationship. Everything that he basically said, he said he went to college. There was no records of this college attendance. He says he was a former arena football player. There was no records of it. He took her to a grave of his grandmother, but it turns out it was some kind of random family that just had the same last name as him.
That was crazy.
He alleged that his ex-wife's daughter, which would have been his ex-stepdaughter, contracted COVID-19, and he needed to contribute like $2,000 to the funeral. She reached out to the ex-wife. It turns out the daughter is well, did not have COVID, and did not die.
Wow.
Essentially, what she's saying is, even though all of these things were happening, like she was getting these flags, but essentially she just kept lying to herself. Basically, that's part of like the challenge. I feel she kind of took a little bit of ownership, but not really too much, that, you know, she did ignore the red flags because she wanted to get married. She wanted to have kids, yada, yada, yada,
She was
yada.
blinded by...
She was blinded. The best lies is the lies we tell ourselves about other people. Because if you lie to yourself about who this person is, there's no way this man, the college, lying about college attendance, all right. The house is a big problem, forging that, because that's just illegal.
Okay.
But basically saying somebody died so you could just get $2,000. Oh, no. The other thing that he said is he was the VP of this company.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and this is the problem, because she has to confirm who her ex-husband actually is, because 2 people have come forward and say that they're her ex-husband. One of them is really animated on TikTok.
Okay.
He claims that he's the ex-husband, allegedly, and he said, I never told you I was the VP. I just told you I had the vision. I was a forklift driver. But one day I'm going to be the VP of this company.
You think he's trolling, or you think that's the husband?
Look, first of all, if he's the husband, I actually hope he's the husband, Alan.
Why?
I promise you, if he's the ex-husband, this is a match made in social media heaven, because they're both, like, they both can engage you.
Okay.
He doesn't have like a big following, even though the one that you just showed has like probably like over 1 million. I think over 1 million views right now. So I don't know. He's not monetized. You know, he doesn't have a big following.
Okay.
He probably will. But if that's the husband.
But she has to confirm it. So what do you think? All right, let me ask you a question. This is my question. I'm looking at it from a different perspective also. Big shout out to her. You know, she's viral. She's crazy viral right now, right?
She is.
What do you think if you were in that situation, not in that situation.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
No, not you. All right. For someone in that situation, right?
Yeah.
You that viral. What's your next move? Are you waiting for Oprah to call you? Are you waiting? Are you waiting for the big boys to call you? Are you waiting for Shannon Sharp to call you? Who are you waiting?
I think you should do both. Like, I don't think you should just sit and wait.
She's quiet right now.
Yeah.
She
probably planning her next move.
But what do you think her next move should be? That's what I'm asking you.
I think she should tell stories. Whatever that.
Stay on TikTok. Don't go on nobody else's platform.
It depends. Like for me, I would shift to YouTube. It's a great time for you to start a podcast. This is an amazing time because you've shown, right?
That you can tell stories.
Yeah, use TikTok to leverage your new podcast, which you stream on YouTube and other platforms, and obviously like Apple and all that stuff.
If she goes like right now, legit, if she goes, hey guys, listen, here's my story, part 2, but I'm only putting 4 parts here. The whole thing is on YouTube.
Right.
Go watch it. Would people go watch it?
Yeah, start that now because now you create.
So this is what I'm trying to ask you. Mm-hmm. What have we discovered? Have we discovered someone who has a good story to tell, or have we discovered someone who's a great storyteller?
I'm saying she's a great storyteller.
So that means she could tell more stories than
right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like a lot of people have great stories, but aren't great storytellers. Mm-hmm. And sometimes a great storyteller will tell you a crappy story, but will still keep you engaged. It's just a natural gift that you have. Not everybody has it. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So if you're able to keep somebody engaged, it's a skill.
Okay.
So that means that you can it's a transferable skill. That means you can engage and speak with someone and create your own platform.
So she's a great storyteller.
Yeah.
Would you say that if you were a book publisher, would you say, hey, let's turn this into a quick book? I think we could make some money with this.
Okay. Do you not remember Zora?
Zora, yes, on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Now known as X, but yeah.
Yeah, now and it turned into a movie.
Yeah, it did.
First of all, that movie.
I didn't think it was that good.
It wasn't that great, but it was really gross. It was a lot.
I saw it. You ever watch a movie and you just blank out?
It's not gonna be as captivating as the.
I don't even remember the story for the tweets, but what I'm saying is like I didn't think it was that good of a movie. I think it was a little.
Alan, you
unrealistically attached, if that makes any sense.
Dude, you have Hollywood comes in, you got producers, like it's gonna shift, it's gonna change. You have a lot of people who become,
No, but like her story has to be translated into a good story. What I'm saying is like when we're living in a time when you go viral on something like her or something like that Zoe story from X or when it was Twitter, you have to be able to translate it because what social media does for a lot of people, the opportunity that it's creating for a lot of people is giving you a preview.
Right.
So when you have a reel on Facebook, a reel on Twitter, or a reel on Instagram that goes viral, people are gonna go to your main content, and when they go to your main content, it has to be delivered.
Right. I don't know if it needs to be a movie or a book.
I think it should be a book.
I don't think she's not the first one. There's a
100 million in 4 or 5 days.
I know. She was just smart about the way
100 million in 5 days.
I'm trying to tell you. This narrative is very not uncommon. There was a whole show. Who the F did I marry? That's a show.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole show
of
people, mostly women, telling not a shot or anything because it's not a shot because I'm a woman.
Shot.
No, because it's like
you ever watch Snap? It's mostly women. I ain't never seen a man on Snap.
You ever watch Discovery ID? Most of them are men.
Yeah, some dudes be wilding.
Some
dudes be wilding.
The majority of them are men who typically.
I never watched Discovery like
that. They'll put you in a chokehold if you allow it. You'll watch one and then you'll get caught up.
Those are
dark. Like
people like that stuff, yo.
What?
People like those.
Lonnie loves those. She watches them before bed.
How do you go to?
She does.
How do you go to sleep? I don't
like. I'm dead serious. She watches them before
once
bed.
in a while, I watch like a true crime one. I watch the one with
or Dateline.
I watched the one when the black dude, he was married to a white woman and he won the lottery. She killed him and she buried him under the driveway.
Again.
Cement.
The crazy part though, it's not uncommon. So what I'm saying is her story is actually non-common. Actually, some of them get really, really dark. Like, who did I marry? It's not even just the lying about your profession, scamming to get some money out of me, saying that you went to college and you didn't. Some of these dudes, they go hardcore with their lies and what they're willing to do. This came out a little bit lighthearted, at least, where you can sit and kind of laugh about it in a way where, you're not laughing at her, but you're like, damn, I can't believe that.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining. Some of these people, they're not so lucky. They're not. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's not an uncommon occurrence.
So you're saying that even if, even though we find this to be very entertaining, it could have went completely left.
What?
So let me ask you a question. I remember
especially when you are like, you're lying. And I know you're lying. And I can prove you're lying. And I'm going to tell other people that you're lying. And then it could go left real quick.
Here's a question that I have for you, right? I remember I watched Denzel Washington, Frank Lucas, the Lucas movie that they did.
American Hustler?
American Gangster.
American Gangster.
So American Gangster was this thing. It came out, I think, in 07, 08. It was a huge movie. But everybody got intrigued by American Gangster, and me being one of them. So I did a little bit more research and everything else. And I'm not saying this is true, and I'm not saying I have no connection to the people who made the movie or the people's real life. But one of the takeaways that I got from it is I remember they did an interview with Frank Lucas's wife, or no, not Frank Lucas, Bumpy Johnson's wife,
right?
Or someone who was older.
Yeah.
And she says the man was lying about everything he said, and then she said you could always trust you are better off trusting a thief before you trust a liar, because at least you know a thief is stealing for a reason, and it stuck to me. And
you're lying for a reason too.
No. I mean, if you have to lie to save your life, you understand. But what I'm saying is, like, for you to just wake up in the morning,
right, and lie,
just decide I'm going to fucking spend my day lying to people.
I don't.
You wake up in the morning, like, you know, and you know, on YouTube, the manosphere, everybody be like, oh, her lashes are fake, her eyes are fake.
That's not
a lie. The lie is, you dating a woman and she tell you straight up, nah, I ain't got no kids, and she got 2 kids.
Yeah. It's like Flowers in the Attic. You know, I don't know if you remember that.
No.
But I think when people do things like pathologically lying, typically you're going in the realm of people who have some type of personality disorder. So there's like something rooted, right? There's something. It doesn't always have to be this dramatic trauma, but it could be also a learned behavior. You know what I mean? You can see that, a parent, a caregiver, I noticed that through manipulation, they got what they wanted. So it becomes a learned behavior. You learn to manipulate others because you saw that when somebody else is manipulated, there's a gain.
Manipulation gives you a gain, right? But I saw it from a different perspective, and this is what I'm trying to say. Now I'm thinking more about it as you're talking about it, or is he more of a scammer because he got that $2,000 out of her?
He was.
So if he's getting the financial gain or any type of gain, he might be just hustling her for her bread. Right. So he lies to hustle for the bread.
Right.
But what I'm talking about is, I remember, I got a bunch of these, but working with someone, a talent, and she just always fucking lied. And I used to be like, damn, like, you always lying. And she would lie. And only thing I got out of it, you know, especially from 8 at the table, all the research and all the stuff that we be doing, I was like, people lie to cover their shame. Like, shame is a strong thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people lie a lot. And because I remember just talking to her.
Their insecurity.
Insecurity. You're ashamed of your insecurity. You're ashamed of whatever it is. And I was looking at it. I was like, damn, people really lie to cover their shame.
Yeah.
And I remember some people, and in a way it makes sense, because I had a friend of mine's. He kind of grew up type rough. He didn't really have much. And he also didn't really have a strong personality to stand up for himself. But he wasn't a liar.
Okay.
And I noticed that he could have made his life easier if he just lied.
By lying?
Yeah, because he started accomplishing things in his life. So what I'm saying is that he wasn't a liar. He just wouldn't lie. But the pain that he felt when people would try to play him or talk to him any kind of way is because he'd rather be honest. So take that same type of person. They'd be like, I ain't gonna let nobody try to play me. I'm just gonna lie. I'm gonna tell all these lies, and y'all gonna believe it.
It's deep rooted though. Like,
is it covered? It gotta be covered in shame.
It could be shame, but that's what I'm saying. It could be so many variables you don't really know. Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes people, like, the lying is almost protective. It's like protective armor for you. Like, you almost feel like, I'm not good enough to be myself. I'm not good enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I was in college, I was a waitress, and there was a woman who was also a waitress. And like she was a pathological liar. Like, she was a firefighter. She was also a nurse. She also went to my schools. Like, I've never seen you there, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it was like these outrageous lies that it's like, it's evident. Everybody knows. And then so you gain the reputation because the lies are so outrageous. Like, you're a nurse. Why are you here with college students?
But not even it doesn't even have to be outrageous, because some of the lies be like, this is one of the sometimes that women use, not all women. I don't do this. This is my first time. There's one on TikTok now.
That's not a lie.
What is it? I don't be doing this. You do this.
No, yeah. Because I don't want you to judge me. That's a little different.
So you're lying because of fear of judgment.
Yeah, you're like, okay, women and guys always pull that one. Very original, Alan. Guys always pull that one. She talking about, or there's a lot of memes on it. She says, I've never done this before, and then whatever.
Here's a TikTok one I thought was interesting. This dude, he goes on TikTok and he says, yo, I'm single, I'm dating now. I want to show y'all what I'm going through. Every girl that came in the car, the first thing she said, and it was almost redundant.
What?
I don't be outside like this, I be in the house. I don't be outside like that, I be in the house. And what I'm trying to say is like, why lie? It's still a lie.
I don't know.
But what? Really, 20 for 20? What I'm saying to you?
Competitive market, dude.
So you gotta lie.
So like, no. I think what people are doing is because women are saying like it's competitive out here, and men are saying this is the type of woman that I want, right? And so women are like, I'm gonna be the type of woman that you want. Let me be the type of woman you want, because you know what? I want to get married. I want a partner. I want a relationship.
So can you live that life for the rest of your life?
No, nobody does. But most people, especially when the relationship is fresh and new, they're not really being themselves. They're, you know what I mean? They're being a version of themselves. A lot of men, are a version of themselves, their best self. But you can only wear a mask for so long. You see what I'm saying? Because what happens is when you put your guard down, when you start to get comfortable, then that's when you become who you are. That's why a lot of relationship experts say the first 2 years of any relationship is the first 2 years of an illusion.
Really?
Right. So after 2 years, generally, which is why, dating 1 year might not be the move for you to be like, hey, let's get married. Because after 2 years, most people can't keep up the lie. They can't. And by the way, you're always going to get signs. You're always going to get signs.
Can you lie? Can you lie to somebody who doesn't want to be lied to?
What does that mean?
So that means that she wanted to be lied to because she wanted to get married.
Yeah, she wanted to be lied to.
She was so pressed for that wedding.
Yeah.
She was so pressed for that ring that she's willing to do anything.
Yeah,
right?
She was lying to herself, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, we all get blinded. So I'm not faulting her. Right. I'm definitely not faulting her. And I really do hope that she does really well with this clip. And
I do too.
She could set herself up financially and probably buy that house that she wanted.
Well, allegedly, he said he bought that house.
The man's a liar.
Allegedly. He said he got that house. Trick or treat. I got that house. That's what he said.
Jesus Christ.
The alleged husband. It's hilarious.
We live in a society that shames us so much if you don't got it together, if you don't have everything, that everybody is slowly becoming liars.
Right. Well, especially with social media.
Because I feel like this. If you're exaggerating something, it's a form of a lie.
Okay.
You know how they say omitting is like
form of lying?
Yeah, because let's say if you I'm just using a random thought, right? Mm-hmm. If you're in a club and you bought a bottle of champagne, you paid for it. That's yours.
Right.
You bought it. You paid, let's say, $300, which is a lot of money for a bottle of champagne in the club. I know it's more expensive in New York, but I'm just saying in general.
It really is.
But what happened is that you with your friends, you and your boys are all together. Each of them bought a couple bottles. Now there's 8 bottles of champagne inside the bucket.
Yeah.
And then you take your phone out and you say, yeah, that's how I pop these bottles. You're lying. Only 1 bottle is yours. Well, you're lying. You could say that you're not lying, but you're lying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
So why lie? Just be like, yo, this is how the crew do it. Everybody picked up their own joint.
then the world would be a little less interesting. Have you not heard lying is the currency of the world? Everybody
No, I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
I've never heard that.
Lying is the currency of the world. Like politicians lie, priests lie, teachers lie. Everybody lies. It just depends on how insidious your lie is. Do you see what I'm saying? Everybody lies. Now, when you root it into something funky, right? And it gets murky, that's when you're like, yo, you going into like the dark path. Everybody lies. Like, come on.
Let me ask you a question. You're married.
I am married.
If your husband says, there's one thing in this marriage I lied to you about. If you ever want to know what it is, I will tell you. It's a dark secret. I would rather not tell you. Would you ask what it is?
I would have to know what it is.
You would?
I would have to know.
Why?
I couldn't live without knowing. Now, if you never said that to me.
No, he said that. He's like, I lied to you about one thing. We've been married. You've been married 20 years, right? So I lied to you about, you've been married for a long time. So
yeah,
you would want to know.
I would want to know. It would fester.
I don't know if I would.
I'm gonna tell you what. I am not the person to do that to. If you tell me that, it will always be there.
Yeah?
I need to know.
If my wife told me that, I don't even think I care.
No, I need to know.
I'd be like, all right.
I'd rather like know the truth than be comforted by an illusion. Like,
I'm not in an illusion. You lied to me about something that's from the past.
I need to know. Like, I have to know.
Why?
I just, that's how I am. I need to know.
You think this lady now, they're definitely gonna get back together and have a conversation, not in a relationship, but in a conversation. Do you think that it's gonna be very important for her to find out what was truth and what was lies?
I mean, I think based on what she says, allegedly, she knows what was true and what was lies.
Oh, so she got clarity.
Yeah, so I think she has, like, her goal, she said, was, I just want to put this out there so that I can help people. Even if, the quote unquote, even if I help one person, just like, don't ignore these flags. That was her thing. It seems like she came to terms with the lies.
One of the comments on 8 at the Table's Instagram page, a lot of people say that being lied to has caused some type of mental distress, some type of mental issues for them.
Yeah.
So
because this is about trust. Do you know how hard it is to trust?
Yeah.
Trust is very, very hard because trust requires vulnerability.
But do you know how you trust people?
How you trust people?
By trusting them. That's one of the quotes that I stuck to, and I believe you trust people by trusting them. Because
like that's,
look, if they break the trust, then you don't trust them no more. Yeah, you can't walk around not trusting nobody.
Yeah, see, that's poetic because that's very like in terms of associates and things like that. If you can't trust the person you lay your head next to,
now that's a problem. That I couldn't do.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, your business associates, like your gardener. Like, you give them it's almost giving people the benefit of the doubt.
If you trust the person you lay your head next to.
If you don't
truly trust, I'm talking about trust. And they told you. There's one lie that I didn't tell you. Mm-hmm. If you trust them, what you need to know what it is for.
I need to know.
That's crazy to me.
Don't bring it up. Let me tell you, I was reading.
So you can't live with a lie.
No, I can't.
You know everybody lies.
Yeah, everybody lies. Because just let me make the decision. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Let me make the decision. That's all I'm saying. That's the point of it. Don't take away my ability to make an informed decision, because then you could be like, then you could decide what you want to do. Let me tell you, talking about trust, I was reading this BuzzFeed article about that, like moments that I realized it was over, like the divorce. I'm going to divorce my partner. And one of the stories was like, I knew it was over when she thought I was sleeping and I heard her cock the gun, put it to my head, and pull the trigger.
There was no bullet in there.
He already took the bullets out.
So she tried to kill him?
So she tried to kill him. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What do you mean you knew it was over? You would have been dead. It was over.
I'm trying to tell you, trust is imperative. And if
she thought there was a bullet in there.
Obviously, she went quick and tried to off him, Alan.
Bruh.
He said that's when I knew it was over.
So what did he do?
What you mean what he did? He got up. He left that night. He doesn't say like he called the police or anything. But can you imagine, right? If someone lies to you all the time and then lies to you about like stupid stuff. Oh, I had one club soda in the fridge. Where is it? Oh, I haven't seen it. You drank it. Just it's like lying about stupid.
Yeah, but lying is lying.
Right, it is. But when you lie about the small stuff, the most mundane stuff, to me, it just says you will lie about anything. So like, I will never trust you, because it's like, why would you lie about taking a club soda? So yeah, well, I don't believe that trust just to trust.
Yeah. But before we leave off, we're about to get out of here, guys. YouTube, we just wanted to do this quick clip for you guys. But before we get out of here, I got a question. What's the girl name again? What's the woman's name?
Tessa.
Ressa Tessa's popping right now. She's on fire. Do you think she's gonna end up finding a dude?
I'm sure she's got a whole bunch of scammers looking for her. Especially, they put all your business out there that you probably made $100K or more allegedly off this video. Sis, be very, very careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. It's like blood in the water for the sharks.
So you saying she dumb?
I'm not saying she's dumb, but some of these people are like real suave, like extremely suave, and might have a good house, might have a decent car, but you don't know what funds his life. A lot of women get taken off by that too.
You're saying that in this viral moment, she cannot find a genuinely good man.
You gotta be careful. Be careful. But the thing is, before we get off, the problem is the double edge is people crave attention. They crave partnership. So she might just take the L. You know what I mean? Because like, if she really wanted to be in a relationship, she wanted to get married, that's something that's inside of you. That's because you crave that connection with somebody. So if you're willing to lie to yourself about all that stuff before, you just know that you have the ability to lie to yourself. So you got to be careful. So she might lie to herself again because he might come in a different package.
Facts. All right, guys. Definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys click the link. If you guys don't follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, definitely do. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We definitely got a lot of clips and everything. We definitely going to put a little bit more reels up on YouTube Shorts. We want to upload a little bit more. But more importantly than anything, definitely join our YouTube membership. Our YouTube membership is where it's at. That's where you will find, different content, BTS and everything else. So till next time, see you guys soon. Peace.